Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to welcome in Richard Master, a businessman and producer of the film Fix It, Healthcare at the Tipping Point. He's also the CEO of MCS Industries in Pennsylvania. Richard, thanks for being here. How are you today?
Thanks, Craig. It's good to be here.
Thanks for coming. So you're declaring that healthcare is at the tipping point. What do you mean by that?
What I mean is that the healthcare system in the United States is really devouring the rest of the economy alive. At 18% of GDP and growing 2% a year faster than the economy is growing, it's really an economic crisis that we're watching unfold, and it's running away from us. And so we produced this film, and we started looking at it about 3 years ago, and we've seen over that 3-year period that this is just continuing, and it's going to continue unless we, citizens of the United States, do something about it. We did the movie, and we're in Oregon to motivate other business people and motivate the community. We're here at the request of Healthcare for All Oregon.
Okay, so at what point did you decide that it hit the tipping point and that you needed to get out there and do something about it and make this film?
Well, I do a lot of international travel in my work, and I was in Santiago, Chile, actually on a personal visit. We were meeting our future in-laws for our son.
Oh, wow.
My son gets an asthmatic attack. We go out to the local pharmacy to get an inhaler. We expected to pay $150, which is what the charge is in the United States, $15. I asked about my blood pressure medicine, $4. And I turned to these young people and I said, gosh, we got to do something about this. Came back, met with a production team, and started to do what we thought was going to be a modest project. It ended up being a 2-year project of investigation, shooting around the country, being up in Canada, and also making reference to the systems around the world. It was a pretty dramatic project.
Wow, okay, so, and the film is tonight at 5:30 in at the Commons.
That's correct.
People can come out, it's free, and you'll be speaking as well.
We'll be speaking, and the film's about an hour in length, and we'll be responding to questions for an hour. There's 200 seats at this facility, and we're expecting a packed house and a lot of energy back and forth.
Okay, all right, very good. We're going to take a quick break. Much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Richard Master, a businessman and producer of the film Fix It, Healthcare at the Tipping Point. So airing 5:30 tonight at the Commons, and it's free. Everybody can come out and get a seat. 200 available.
Correct. Yes, that's right.
So come on out, okay? So now, what can be done to fix healthcare in this country? Can we do anything about this? Where does this happen?
Well, I think the people in Oregon are gearing up to do something about it, and they recognize that really the Affordable Care Act in Washington has not been very effective in resolving the basic economic problem of healthcare in the United States. And in fact, the Affordable Care Act really took the oxygen out of the room on debate about this. The back and forth, partisanship, the fact that the bill has been challenged even after it was passed, was challenged constitutionally. It's just too much about this bill in Washington, and they're not entertaining additional reforms at this point. And also the healthcare industry really controls Congress on this kind of debate with its campaign contributions and extraordinary amount of lobbying activity and expense.
So I'm trying to read between the lines here. So you're basically saying that people should be contacting their representatives in Washington, D.C. That's the way to enact change?
That's true, and also in Oregon, the Affordable Care Act does provide in 2017 that a state can innovate, that a state can take the federal monies in Medicare, Medicaid, CHIP, and these other programs and use them combined with state funds to run their own system. Run a Canadian-style single-payer system in Oregon, and there is a major initiative in Oregon to consider that. You just launched a study financed by your state government. They've awarded a grant to the RAND Corporation to study the options on how you can achieve additional reform in the state. Very important that everybody get informed about this.
Okay. All right. So then again, at 5:30 in at the Commons, and if people want to check out the website, fixithealthcare.com.
Fixithealthcare.com. If they can't make the movie, get on your website. You can see the movie in an hour and get informed. And I wish everybody in this state very well, and let's get on with it. Particularly the business community has got to step up, do their patriotic and responsible duty, and participate in this dialogue.
All right, very good, Richard. Great to meet you. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.